Hello everyone, thank you for joining myself and David today for yet again another Mixed Media Monday, and today we're bringing you the Imagination Crafts impression plate.
So this is really exciting actually because it's something new. It's something that I personally hadn't tried, and I don't think you, Elizabeth, have tried it either.
No, it's really new to me as well, and I've always wanted to try different printing techniques because I love mono printing and just having a go and making my own backgrounds, and it's perfect to be used on rice paper, cardstock, vellum, all sorts, isn't it?
Definitely, it spans across multi-crafts, and I used to do a bit of lino printing in college, where you'd actually make your own printing blocks and stuff, and although that's an amazing craft, this takes all that out of it for you because you can instantly create prints
really quick.
and design your own stamp sort of straight away with that, and it allows you to create these projects which I just think are amazing. But as well, if you do like a bit of mixed media or you've not tried it and you struggle creating a background, or maybe you scrapbook, this gives you that starting point instantly and takes all of that fear. Yeah, because the thing is, you never know what you're going to get.
No, every background is different every time, so no matter what printing you do, if you try and get the same, it's unfortunate if you can't get the same, but there's so much excitement in revealing your print, taking it off just to see all the different layers that you've set on your plate to reveal your lovely backgrounds. Definitely.
So within this collection, you're getting stamps, stencils, and you're also getting a new set of paints from Cadence as well.
So, shall we show them these stencils?
Let's go for it. Okay, so first one here that we have is one of the stencils. Okay, so this is your 6x6 stencil. So you can see here, these are the square stencil, and it's got loads of texture in here. So this is your background stencil. So within this one, you've got it sort of divided up into 4 separate ways. Now, what I love with this is Elizabeth's done some prints here. And what you've actually done with this is just mix the colours together.
Yep, so it's just, so what you do with I'll describe how I've done the bottom print, because it's really quick and easy but effective print. So this is sort of like a mono printing style. So I've used the rectangle jelly plate. So I've loaded up the plate with paint, and then I've pressed the stencil on, taken off the excess paint with just a copy sheet of paper, removed it, and then it's important with every layer of paint that you put down, just a thin layer, it needs to be dry. So that's the same with your stamping. Every layering of textures and all other elements that you're putting onto the plate needs to be dry, and then it's your final layer of paint that needs to be thick. And it's important when you're doing the final print that the paper needs to be put on when it's wet. So when you've revealed it, so I've used black as my first colour, and then I've used blue as the one behind, just so you're getting that contrast. And it's all about selecting the right colours as well, so you're going to get that light against the darks. Really important when you're choosing your colours with this.
I think that just works so beautifully though, and the fact that your result is always going to change. Like this is with the same stencil. Now, of course, you don't have to apply the paint through all of the stencil. You could put it so it's slightly patchy.
Yep, so that's how I've done that one actually.
Yeah, so that they can see here, sections of this stencil have been broken up, where quite rightly in this stencil you would have these bits in the areas that it's been designed in, but you can depict it in your own way. And these will look lovely with photos on them for a scrapbook, sort of memory albums, that sort of thing. But just to show you some more that we're getting in this collection, because you're getting quite a few, aren't you?
Yeah, we get 4 stencils, so you get 2 of the squares, and then we've got the circle ones as well.
So you can see this one here is absolutely beautiful. This is your bloom one, and this is 6x6 again. So all of these are 6x6 within this collection. And just to show the variation of scale, of course, with printing these, you can still do them in the colours that you want the flowers to appear in. But look at these backgrounds, they're absolutely beautiful, aren't they?
They are stunning. Just to use them as like backgrounds of cards, put them onto your rice paper, put them onto your home decor products, like what you've done with this one here. It's a really nice, quick and easy gift box, and you've actually used the fleurs dies to make these little flowers just on top.
Yeah, so if you're maybe wanting to make flowers, but you don't quite know how to colour them, things like that, if you're going to sort of use your impression plates to make your backgrounds, die cut all of the papers or cardstocks you've done with that to create a varied background. So when you're making your petals and flowers, they look realistic because every single one is different.
Yeah.
Or you can do them in really quirky styles, which I think is really nice because it gives you something unique every single time.
Well, that's what you've done with this one here, using quite bold colours on there. We're combining 2 colours that shouldn't work together, but they do for this card, and it looks beautiful with the flowers on as well.
Yeah, I really enjoyed making that one. It actually turned out really nice. Quite happy with that. So this is another 6x6, and this is lovely because it's actually a circle, so it's circular stencil. And we've got 2 variations here just to show you the sort of results that you can create with this. And of course, if you want to, you can add an ombre, a rainbow of colour that flashes through your stencil. Or this one that's a bit more rustic and industrial look and uses that sort of burnt oranges and the blacks. It gives you a really nice mono print and impression that runs straight through there. I absolutely love the outcome with this one.
Yeah, lovely.
And we've got another 2 to share with you within this collection. So another 6x6 circle you've got in here, a lovely texture one. You can see here, how amazing is that? Now, did you apply the black down first with that one or last?
Yeah, so it's the same technique as what I've just described, but the black went down first. So with your layers, whatever you want to be seen as a prominent like embellishment on the front needs to go down first. So it's exactly the same. So black layer on first, then your stencil, remove the excess paint with a copier sheet of paper, take the stencil off, and then you let it dry and apply your paint and reveal your print.
I think that's the thing I found most fascinating, because when we first started it, I'd put paint straight down onto my impression plate, and then I was removing it all, and I was getting really panicked that it was because I was just going to spoil it. And you were like, no, it's fine. You just keep layering it up,
keep going,
working with your layers, and it all comes off together. It's amazing how it works.
I don't know how it works, but it just
I don't
works.
quite understand it in terms of the formula that's within the impression plate, but it allows you to have that instant relief of that amazing background with ease. And the last one within the collection, by no means least, this one here, I just absolutely love that. So this one here is your A5 one.
Yeah.
This is your stamp set, isn't it?
Yeah.
So this is going to have all of the elements on here which you can imprint onto your impression plate. So whether you're using your stencils alone or just your stamps alone, it means you can create your own imagery. But of course, then these are something to add to your stash. They're great fillers as well. A beautiful texture within there. You can see this lovely texture sentiment here, looks beautiful on card front, and then you've got all this imagery that you can colour in as well.
Even if you're not looking for a stamp set that goes necessarily with the impression plate, the flowers are beautiful enough with this folk art feel just to stamp them out and use your watercolour pens or any sort of other mixed media mediums. You can use them to colour your flowers in.
I absolutely love this one here where you can see all of the sort of silhouette, the dark area, and then as you put that stamp on, it's pulled through all of the colours, so then you see all of the dark, and then you see the blend of the pink going through to the whites, the really prominent fuchsia colours there. They stand out within the outline of the stamp, so for me, because I'm not a colourist, that takes all of the work out for me, because then I've got the blend of colours without having to have the technique.
It's a really achievable and easy way for someone who's never done this before or
and
never
it's fun.
coloured. Yeah,
it is actually
brilliant.
really fun.
So
It's fun to do because you'll not actually... as soon as you start doing it, you won't realise how many outcomes you can get through one load up.
Yeah, I have like a folder of prints, and then before I've done, I've got like a pile this big.
Yeah, and it's up to you what you do it on. I mean, rice paper or anything, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've got something really exciting. So what me and David are going to do with you for this Mixed Media Monday is give a free set of stamps away. So this is the A5 imprint stamps that David just showed you. How people are going to win this one?
So I think the best way, what should we do? Okay, so if you would like to share on the comments within this video, and thank you everyone as well if you've been joining us throughout the video.
Yes,
it's so lovely to have you here. Thank you for your support. If you share down a picture of a project that you've done mixed media, maybe you've used some of your Cadence or some Imagination Crafts, whether it's a card, home decor, absolutely anything, or maybe a bit of jewellery you like to make, maybe some soft crafts, anything mixed media, show us what you've been crafting with and show us the outcome. Or maybe if it's a recent collection that you've seen gone on air from mixed media, we'd love to see what you've created.
Anything mixed media.
So all you have to do is comment on the post, and you'll be able to see, you'll be able to enter to win that stamp set. And which one is it we're getting?
So it's the imprint that David's just shown you, and it's in your next impression plate show that will be launching on with Mandy.
Oh, lovely. So we've got a few of the samples that we'd like to share with you as well, and we also have some of the paints. So just to show you, and something that I thought would be quite important to mention within this Facebook Live, of course, is the paints that have been chosen within this kit. Now, they're not the hybrids, are they?
No, they're not the hybrids. The hybrids have got too much of a stronger bond because the hybrid goes on absolutely any surface, so it has too much of an adhesion, so when you're pulling your prints off, it sticks too much. So we've used the premium acrylic paints, so these are perfect to work with your impression plates. We've picked colours that all match together and all marry together, so they're going to be perfect to create your mixed media projects.
And I just absolutely love, I mean, that bubblegum shade just absolutely pops straight out. I love that. The mint green you've got there, which ones are your saffron and your lavender. So beautiful shades of colours to work with there. Mix them all together. They're all water-based and non-toxic, so if you've worked with Cadence before, you've bought their products, you're going to be assured you're going to get the same quality and assurance you always do with your Cadence paints.
Yes.
And of course, we do have some of the ink sprays as well. So you've got your fuchsia, your yellow, your white, and your blue in there, super vibrant. You can spritz these straight onto the plate. You can spritz them straight onto the cardstock, create different effects, finishing touches as well as starting points for your projects.
Brilliant. And then just finally, just some samples that we've created.
This is my favourite, I think, out of everything.
This is my favourite.
Yeah.
Try and get it back after the show.
And it's probably because I could see it in a shop.
Yes, it's something that's bespoke, it's individual, no one else will have this print, and I won't be able to create this print again because it'll be completely different next time. But it's using, all I've done is I've picked up some leaves when I've went on a walk and some nice twigs and textures that I think would look perfect on the jelly plate. So we can print onto these, we can take textures from them, we can cut into them, and we can use the leaves onto cards.
Yeah, definitely. So that is literally on rice paper and then decoupaged onto the glass.
And then I've done the matching book as well.
The back of it is the rice paper and painted. I just think that's fabulous. That you can then create something like that in seconds and you've got your own business.
I think that took me 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love that. Absolutely love it. And then it ties together. Imagine that as a gift set together like that. How beautiful is that together? I absolutely love that. You've got yourself there. Yeah, definitely. So this is all coming up on Create and Craft this week, isn't it?
Yes.
It's really exciting. Join Mandy for the show.
Yeah, I was going to say, make sure you leave any comments that you've got or any questions about the impression plate, and we'll try and get back to you as soon as we can. And thank you for joining us today.